In a fun junk journal dream, DJ's crafting grungy scenes. Hither and yon, where friends all meet. Paper glue and vintage treats.
Hey there, crafty friends. Welcome to Mass Make Monday. And if you're new here, welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. I'm DJ, and today's Mass Make Monday. And I don't do this every Monday, but when I do it, I do it on Monday. And today, I'm working on a journal, so I have to make a lot of ephemera. And so I have some ideas. I'm going to try to make as much as possible. So that's the goal of today's Mass Make Monday. And this new journal has a very shabby chic pink kind of look to it. So those are the materials I'll be using. I have some papers here. I was doing this on a live, so this is kind of like the leftover of what I was doing in my last live. If you want to check that out, I'll link it below, but you can also go to my lives tab. And I have some ephemera from my Shabby Chic Rendezvous kit and some of the papers from that. I'll list everything I'm using down below when it comes to my kits, and then other stuff I'll just explain as I go. But what I wanted to make today were some flips that either go over a page or attach to the side of a page. So in a journal, let me just grab my big bulk of junk journal ideas. These would kind of sit over a page like this, or you could even put some over a pocket and then or put them so that they sit on and attach to the side of a page. So that's what I'm going to make a bunch of today, and then maybe some other bits. We'll see how I get on. I am going to set a timer for 50 minutes, and then we'll do 50 minutes of making, and then I'll kind of do a little recap at the end, and then that should make this about an hour-long video. All right, so there's my timer. Let's get started. Okay, so I did pre-cut some of these, and I'll just give you the measurements of the ones that I'm using so you have them if you want them. So these are 8 by 5, and I scored it down the center. And this one is 10 by 3.5. Okay, this was the one that I put for over the page. And then I just have a bunch of like bits that I cut I could use on top of these. And so I was thinking like, or inside pockets like this. Okay, but I am going to have to ink a little. It's fine. If you don't like inking, you can speed up. It's not going to take very long, but I have some tattered rose that I want to use, and I'll of course use my vintage photo as well. So these are oxides with the tattered rose, and then my ink is I'm going to use the Distress ink in vintage photo. So I just want to push back some of that white. I'm not doing anything crazy here. These brushes are in my Amazon shop if you want to get them. The link is in the description box. I love these because they blend really well with the oxides, which are also in my Amazon shop. But use what you have. If you're just getting started, you don't even have to do this step. I used eyeshadow that my daughter was getting rid of when I first started. So there's mica and pigment in them, and that's what I used. All right, so let me get my vintage photo. And we'll just go around the outside, and I'll probably round these corners, actually. Let's do that. I prefer that. So I'm just using this We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. And then I'll ink. Makes more sense that way. I hope you are having a good crafty Monday. And had a good weekend. We had a good one here. I went to see my daughter and we had dinner with her and I got to see my niece and nephew. That was fun. And yeah, it was a beautiful weekend. We had some storms, but the storms were happening at night, so it didn't really affect much of what we were doing. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I'm very happy that fall is here and fast approaching. I know some people are not, so sorry. And I know everybody in the southern hemisphere is getting into spring and summer soon, so congrats to you for that. Okay, so for this one, I thought, let's see, maybe I could do like inside, I could do a little side tuck. Just to add a little bit more stuff inside, and I'm just going to, actually I'll put it on this side. And so it's, this I believe was 5. Yeah, so this is 5 tall, and you can make it any width that you want. This looks like it's about, I don't know, 2 inches maybe. Let's put it down like that. And then maybe we'll put a pocket on the other side. So that'll be a little tuck. Okay. And then, let's see, I think I made longer ones so I could do pockets. Yeah, we'll just cut this off a bit. And this bottom corner, I'm just going to round to match that rounded corner, just so it kind of looks a little like it belongs there. And we'll do something like that. These don't have to get super fancy, but I do like to spend time on them because I want it to be really pretty for whoever gets it, or you know, wants to use it, that they have nice things, which is why I spend a lot of time on the ephemera and the bits, the elements that go inside. I know some people don't like the use of the word ephemera because it's not vintage. And I'll take a piece of washi. I'm just going to put it down here to kind of break some of that up. These are from one of my paper packs. So like I said, I will link those below if you're interested in getting them. It comes with some backgrounds like this. And then it also comes with these kind of linen textured, they're not really textured, but they have this like linen look to them. And so, if that's your thing, you get, I think 10 different colors. So, and all the colors complement the background pages. And they really complemented this kit too, and this type of journal. So it was a bonus. All right, so there's that. And then we have some room here for some ephemera bits, some bits of something. Let's see if we can find a bird. Is there a bird? Bird's the word. I gotta fussy cut some birds. These are stamped images, but let's see what's in here. I don't like the yellow. It doesn't match. I don't know why my alarm keeps going off, guys. Sorry for the interruption. It's being silly. No, let's try a flower. Let's throw everything everywhere. There's some washi on here and it's sticking everything together, so that's not good. Let's move you out of the way. Okay. What do we have here? Since I don't really have a lot of birds. Cut. This is a combination of my crafty cuts, flowers, and some paper studio flowers. These are all mine. Ooh, that one might be nice. It's very big though. Let me see if I got a smaller one. Oh, we could put a little hydrangea. That one is mine. Just looking to see. This one's from the paper studio. Ooh, that's not big enough. Maybe we can put something like that on the front. That one is also mine. And this one's kind of nice. I'm going to go with the hydrangea over here. And maybe this one will go here. Nope, it's going to get caught. So I could put it up there. Let's see what else I got. I got butterflies and other fun bits. So maybe I've got a really tiny butterfly I can use. Here's one. I feel like my hair is everywhere in this. And maybe I'll put that down here. Oh, it's got a little hole in it. Okay, we can't use you. Oh, it's not. It's a piece of paper. How about a dragonfly? Yeah, we'll add him. He seems to go. And then when I go to put this in a journal, I can add in like some bits in here. I'm not going to add them now because I want to try to make as many of these as I can with you guys. It's very easy, right? On the front here, I have some of these little cards that are in this ephemera pack. This is Shabby Chic Rendezvous. I can do that. Primo Camera. Just kind of put that there. Maybe we'll put it. No, I want it there. Okay. And then on this side we need something too because this is going to be facing another page. That's a pocket. I don't want that. Kind of have this. Have a bunny and a postcard. Oh, maybe the postcard. That's kind of cool. I'll see too if I have some kind of, like I can make this a pocket and then put stuff in there. So remember, because these are wrapping around pages, I want both sides to have something fun. So I'm going to put that kind of on an angle. It's too big. What else do I have? Let's see. be a word, or I feel like I want something right here. Let's see. Let's see what I got. I have some die cuts. Maybe a gray bird. Maybe a little gray bird. Yeah, you could kind of sit like that. Let me see if there's a different one. I have a couple in gray. Maybe him. I think like he's a little better. All right. I'm gonna add a little ink. So these are Sizzix slim cut dies, I believe. They are a Tim Holtz item. And I make little birdies. This is one of my favorite dies. I love the birdies. So he's gonna go there. And we'll have one done. 50 minutes just does not seem long enough. Okay. Simple. Okay, one and done. I have a little container here with all the ephemera I'm making. So I think that'll fit. I'll put this in here. I'm just going to throw them in there. Here's another one. Also going to ink and round the corners, and I thought I could use a stamp as well on this one and kind of give it some additional dimension. I need a new foam. It's crumbling. So I don't have to go crazy, but I do want to push back the white now again. You know, maybe you want it that way. I don't know. Drop me a comment and tell me if you like the grungy look or if you're more of a clean look person, or if you don't know. I don't know yet. I'm new. I'm trying to figure it all out. I have this stamp. This is also from Stampers Anonymous, I believe. It's an older one. I just have it on my desk. I don't know if I have... Oh yeah, I do. Okay, here. I think it's part of this set, which is... Ooh. It's going to be CMS 111, but I cut the card just to hold the 3. So I don't know the name of the collection, but it's CMS 111. I don't know if it's available because it's been around for a while, but you guys can look if you want. So I'm just going to do something like this. Like that. Just to kind of break it up a little. Doesn't have to be crazy. And then on this one, I can just do 2 pockets if I want. Maybe I'll do this one here and this one here. All right, I'm just going to do like a little corner rounding on these. And so I get asked about this one a lot too. This is the notch punch for my little envelope maker. If you have one of the We Are Memory Keepers big envelope making boards, it's similar to the piece that sits at the top of the board where you score and then you punch, but it's a separate item. They sold these at Hobby Lobby, and it came with like a mini punch board. So, but they have them on Amazon too, and I do have one of them, I believe, in my Amazon shop, but if not, yell at me. You can also just search Amazon for envelope maker kit or envelope making kit, and you'll find a few options. I like it because it's portable. It's separate from the big board. I do have that big envelope making board, but this I can just kind of drag out, and it makes fun little punches for pockets. But you could use a circle punch if that's what you have. That works fine, and that's what I used for years. All right, so this one will have like that. Oh, it's the same birdie? No, it's a little different. I think I have, yeah, maybe one of these. I cut these out of some old stationery I had. And these dies I got on Amazon. See how my hands get full of glue? That's how do you get so much glue on your hands? That's how. I'm a messy crafter. Do something like that. There we go. And on this side, I thought I'd put a word. I got wings and things. I have these little scraps of washi that keep getting in my way, so why don't we grab one of these? We'll put it down. And then we'll put that over it. Got this one too. There we go. So that's that. And then on the front, I feel like I want like something right here, but not too big. I have these little scraps, maybe a pink one. I save like the little bits because they're perfect for stuff like this. What else is in here? I have a pink one. Maybe that pink one's better. Ooh, I have this too. So save all these little bits as you're working because they really do come in handy. Let's see if this one looks good. I don't like that this one is so neat and clean and the other one is kind of torn. So let me tear this one. This is some white core cardstock. And I got this from Hobby Lobby. It was part of a pack. They have all these multicolor packs that are really cool. So I love to use theirs. I'm going to tear this way. We can do just something like that, and I can sew it. So let me glue it together, and then, well, let me ink it and glue it together, and then I'll put a stitch in it quick. Oh, I did not ink this side. I feel like I'm going to get 2 of these done in 50 minutes. It's not much of a mass make, is it? That's okay. It's really here just to give you guys some ideas of some things to do, so. That's kind of what I'm going to go with. So, just need a hair of ink in here. Of glue just to hold it. And then I'm going to stitch right in here somewhere. Okay, so just a little bit of stitching. You can also do faux stitching, so just use a pen and make some stitches with your pen that look like stitches, I just did a varying zigzag, so I started with one size, then went a little bigger, then went a little smaller, and add some straight stitches. It just gives it some variety. Okay, and now I'll use some Fabrifix to glue this down. Cut that. Get out of there. So that's a fun little accent. Wow. It's crazy. Sorry. To live without loving is to not really live. So let's put that down. Or see how it looks. We'll audition it. I turned my phone off, but I need the timer. Maybe we'll put this on this side. And maybe I'll just add a little bit of stitching to this. And then that will make it fit in with the front portion. In my brain, anyway. Okay, my machine was on some weird stitch when I got over there, and I didn't realize it, so I had to cover that error up. But it looks fine. Not really sure why there's so many strings. But all right. All right, machine. Quite a mess make, is it? Okay, nothing's cooperating today. Really? You have those days? It's like you're just trying to get something done. I guarantee you I will stop making this video and I won't hear from anybody the rest of the day. That's just how it works. Nobody cares. All right, so that's 2. Let's move along. We'll make one of the overhead ones. Do one of these. I also want to round the corners, so we'll do that. I think I'll put a piece of lace on this one. I really got to get a blending tool for this. I know I have better. It's not as good with the inks as it is with the oxides, but it still works. The dauber is scratching, like making scratchy marks, so I just don't want to use that now. There we go. Good, good, good. Where did I put my dauber? Found it. Okay. On this side. So if you cut all your pieces ahead, then you kind of give yourself a head start, though I seem to be not so far ahead. I did cut out these. I have these like little doily kind of die cuts, so I cut some of them out. But if you have like mini doilies or just circles, you can use them. And then I was thinking I'd put a flower. No, I definitely do not want a sunflower in this one. Or maybe a butterfly. What are you? Purple? Not really. I need a small. Yellow might work because there's some gold peeking through here. That's not a butterfly, that's a moth. Which is fine, but I don't like the way it's sitting. Maybe this guy. Oh, he's missing a antler. Oh my goodness! The crafting gods are not with me today. We'll use him. Just kind of do something simple like that. So it's good to have like little bits like this. I have a box of circles here too that I just punched out from scraps. And they're always good to have around because then you can just use them like under stuff. Hopefully I'm in camera for you guys. Trying. All right. And then on the inside of this one, just to kind of move along here, I'm going to do some stamped lines. Okay, so I got this one. I think that'll fit in there. And the stamp blocks are over here somewhere. And then maybe I'll just use the black. So I'm using the Ranger Archival Jet Black. And so we'll stamp like there. And then I'll stamp up here. Actually, I'm going to come down here. And then we can just add a few accents. So it doesn't really go with our theme, does it? This one does. It's too big. Ooh, what are you down here? That's perfect. That's a paper studio. So, Hobby Lobby recently had a big sale on paper studio stuff. I don't know if you guys got it, but if you did, then you're doing good. I'm going to put it up there, and then I'm going to find a word as a prompt. Let's try it like that. How about restore? These words are from my porch prints. I use them all the time. So if you're looking for them, you can go over there. And then down here, I'll just put a little stamp across that. Let's see what I want. Maybe this one. I'm not going to use the whole stamp, obviously, but I'll kind of do something like that, maybe. I might get a good portion of the stamp. I need brown, though. I don't want to use black for this. So this one is coffee. All right. There. It's kind of cool, right? We got that on the front, so that's done. I'm going to call that done. I'm just going to put a piece of lace, but you know what? I can hold it down with a paper clip and put the lace on the paper clip. All right, so now we got this one. It's a very pretty front. I'm probably not going to change anything on there. I may add a word. Where? Here we go. Like, where is my bone folder? It's around the corners. I don't know. It's just what I like to do. You do not have to do that. And I think I want to put a piece of washi on here. So I saw some that I have with some grid paper. Get them. I don't have anything too thin. This one might work. Maybe I'll just put it on the edge here. Just to kind of do something different. I don't have any gluey scissors out. And on the inside of this one, I'm going to use some more of that tattered rose oxide. You know, a mass make doesn't have to be huge. It can be. You can work for hours and do a ton. But it can also just be a little mass make where you're making progress, you're getting stuff done, and you're doing, you know, a lot of the same. So if you know what sizes you're working in, you can always just cut your stuff ahead of time. You know, kind of do it like assembly line. And then go from there. All right, so what do I have here? This is kind of cool. It's too pink. I don't think these colors are working. So let me get this off my desk. I have still some of this ephemera, so I don't have any roses here, but I have some in here. A little peony or carnation. Let's see. Tag. I was looking for something smaller, but I'm totally out of luck. Okay, that was taking entirely too long, so we're just going to move on. I have some pockets here in these packs. That one. Do I have some shorter ones? Oh, this could be a pocket. No bunny. We'll do ham. Let's round those. Okay, and then kind of have this one too. That'll work. I don't know, these papers scream romance and shabby chic, so I think they work perfectly here. And what do we have here? Happiness, beautiful. Oh, I have some lace. Can do lace with. I have some cards, some tags. That's kind of cool. I can do something like that. I'm just rounding my corners. Oop. It's okay. I'll do that, and I'll put the little piece of lace on it. Because again, this is wrapping around a page, so I kind of want stuff on both sides. So, yeah, just grab whatever scraps you have, especially of material and ribbon, right? Because they're always great for little accents. You never know where you can end up using them. That's pretty. And since I'm saying pretty, let's add pretty. There we go. I love it when a plan comes together. That's good enough. Good. It's great. I love it. You know, I have this piece sitting on my desk, which is actually a leftover piece from a Christmas kit from Paper Rose Studio, but I think these colors really go. The other side, definitely not, so I can't. But this side works, so I'm going to use this on another one. It's just kind of wandering around my craft room. You know, you have those pieces sometimes that they just don't want to leave. You're always picking them up and putting them somewhere else. You know what I mean, huh? So I thought I could cut this off and, or, you know what? I'm just going to fold it in half and glue it together. We're not going to need the other side at all because it doesn't match at all our theme. And then I'll just make it into a journaling card since we're making. And then I can get rid of it. I don't have to look at it anymore. And one of these tops will go with it, so that'll work out fine. One of these extra bits that I cut out can go right over the top of it. Okay, and I have like this. How cool is that? Tell me that doesn't go. Go ahead, tell me. Or even this one. Oh, I love that. Okay. I think I'll go with this one. And all right, no pencil. We're just trying to get through. We're winging it. Perfect. All around those corners. And we will ink it. And I would sew around this too. But we'll see. We are down to the wire. I cannot believe how fast 50 minutes goes by, guys. Okay, that'll give me... Ooh, sorry about that. That'll give me a chance to use this one. How pretty is that, huh? Just gotta get some of that white back. Sometimes when you can't get into those interior places too well, you can just put it down and kind of use the edge of your dauber. If you're an inker like I am. There we go. Just enough. Maybe here a little more. There we go. Delicate. This is part of that kit too. Shabby chic rendezvous. There's some words in there that kind of go with it as well, which I think complement it quite well. Right there. And then I will ink the outside, and my timer will probably go off any second. There it goes. So we did our 50 minutes. I'm just going to ink this one up. And we'll kind of talk about what I did. Maybe back here, I can put another piece and we can use it as writing space. So, do that. And this is why my journals take so long to make. All the details. But hey, when you get a journal, it's really well made. I put a lot of love. All right, and so we'll stamp this with this one. Let's go with the black, just so it stands out a little more. All right, so we'll glue that down, and then we will do a recap. All right, so not a ton done, but still, it's 4 more pieces of ephemera, and you guys have some new ideas to work with. So that one, we have this little one. Like, they take a little longer, right? But, you know, it's cool because when you get the journal with it, there's so much to look at, which I love. Okay, so that's our Mass Make Monday today, but you have some ideas. Let me know in the comments what you might want to see in the next Mass Make Monday. And don't forget, tomorrow is Paper Play Tuesday, and I will see you there, I hope. Have a great rest of your day or night. Bye!